Good morning, parents. I'm Miss Bullock, and I'm your student's English teacher for this semester. Um, I have been having a really great time teaching your kiddos. I want to make this quick video to kind of help you guys understand the Canvas and how I have it set up, and also to talk about a few items about the class, and to encourage you to participate in our school's phone-a-thon, which is Friday after tomorrow, the 25th. You call the school, and they will direct you to me so that I could talk to you about your individual student's progress and let you know what we're doing in the class as of right now. But I'm just going to give you a general look um, at this page. Um, I'm sitting out here in the gazebo. This is where your students typically like to sit on a nice day. Today's a bit rainy, but it feels really good. I'm enjoying this weather. So I'm logged into Canvas as a test student. So I need to probably reset everything because it's showing that I don't have anything done. But this is the student view. When they log in, they'll see all the announcements here on the to-do list that they have not looked at. They'll see any assignments that they have to complete that they haven't done yet. That's everything that's going to show on that side for them. I have it set so that the most recent 3 announcements pop up here on the home page. I try to keep a lot of communication with the students, but I've been trying to tone down and not communicate too much so they don't get overwhelmed. Trying to find that balance. I'm going to go to modules and show you what we got here. I have it organized by units. So you'll see that certain types of things are grouped together. And so it doesn't necessarily read from top to bottom necessarily. I started this module here for our novel that we're reading, and I put it at the top so they can easily access that reading schedule. Every week that we discuss the Hot Zone, our book, I post a page here with our major talking points and any assignments that that they need to do are also in this module. So you can kind of get a little bit of an idea of what we've been talking about in class, so that would be fun. So that's Hot Zone. And then this module has our basic course information, such as the syllabus, the welcome page, DGP stuff, which is our grammar practice, and ACT resources. Now, when I click this, it's not gonna let me see it because I'm not a Hope County student logged in here. It's a test student, but this was a live document where they can click various links to find out information about the ACT test and also some study resources. So lots of links there for your student. They'll be taking the ACT in the end of February. So I've encouraged them to start prepping for that. We began this class talking about our 21st Century Readiness Project, which is basically an 8 to 10 page paper where they talk about a problem in the community and organizations that are trying to solve it. And then they also have to create a presentation based on that paper, and they present it to judges. So we started out with a lot of information on basic research writing skills, activities that would encourage them to navigate comfortably through academic journals. And then we have assignments that are labeled 21 CRP. These are heavily weighted assignments because they go into the 21st Century Readiness Project category, which is weighted at 40%. I'll show you that syllabus in a second here. Once we finished out with Unit 1, we went into Unit 2, which is where we're really getting into that writing process. So all the assignments and pages that I've created for them are in here. And now we're just starting Unit 3, where we're looking at creating the presentations and the websites that will house all of their 21st Century Readiness Project documents. So let's go to the syllabus for just a minute here. So as you can see, this was my syllabus at the beginning of the semester. However, they changed my schedule, so I actually need to update that. But I'm in a different class each period. Students know where to find me. What I wanted to show you is this part right here, how the coursework is graded. 40% of the course are these items right here, if it'll open up for me. Everything in here is the grades for these are added up and averaged out and weighted at 40%. So the note cards and the presentations weigh the same, okay? The process is really important to us in this class, so all of that is weighted the same, and they all go in as 40%, so each of these is very important. And all the due dates are here, you can see. I went ahead and opened up the website for them early so they can have something to work on while I'm grading their rough drafts, which they just turned in to me. I've been finishing up those this week. So encourage the students, anytime you see those assignments in Canvas that are labeled 2-1 CRP, which stands for 21st Century Readiness Project, those are really important assignments that they need to do right away and work on a little bit each day. That is the main thing I wanted to show you in the syllabus. So if you go in the gradebook, this is what it looks like when you see the students' grades. It'll flag things as missing or late. Of course, it shows everything is missing or late because I'm a test student and I didn't do any of these as a student. I just created them as a teacher. But it'll flag it as missing or late. Now, I would encourage you to really to see what their actual grade is to look at Power School. So the difference here is that some of these assignments are not counted as like hundreds, they're counted as out of 5, like this one here. So they count as participation assignments, and so they get added up together for a class participation grade in Power School. And I would show that to you, except that I don't know how to get in Power School without showing you a bunch of student grades. And you can see here how everything's weighted, but even still, some of the classwork and homework stuff doesn't add up right in Power School, in Canvas. You have to look at Power School for the true grade. Attendance. So students are required to be on Zoom every day. What I tend to do is I keep them for about an hour tops, and we do activities and lectures and discussions. And then the last 30 minutes of class, I give them to work on assignments. Sometimes I give them more. Like, for example, yesterday they had between 45 minutes and 60 minutes, depending on which period it was, because we have a lot that we're working on right now. But students are required to check in on Zoom every day. However, there are some days, especially on Fridays, where they do not need to check into Zoom, but they instead need to complete the coursework in order to get attendance. So if you look here in modules, there was a day like that on the 8th, and they had to complete this form in order to be marked as present. It was a simple form, and they had to watch the video too. I made a video that explained their peer reviews at that time, and they just had to check this in order to be marked as present, and I wanted them to work on their drafts that day. So I did not require a Zoom meeting. If there is not a Zoom check-in required, I post it in the announcements. So they go to the announcements and they should, before class starts every day, just go into those announcements and see what they need to do. So you can see that on that day, the 8th, I told them in the announcements that we will not be zooming in. Okay? But most days they are zooming in. All right. So really that's all that I have to show you here. This is a whole 10-minute video, so if you're hanging in here at the end, I appreciate your patience. Um, this is my last plug to get you to call in for the phone-a-thon on the 25th, because I really want a chance to meet you and talk to you, especially if you are having trouble navigating the grades in Power School and you're not sure exactly what your student's grade is. Um, so just let me know. If you want to respond to this email, if you can't call in the 25th, or you just want to call in. I just really would like to get a chance to get to know you, and talk to you about your students' progress. I hope that you have a great weekend,